So in a learner-led environment, learners are not only teaching themselves the content and learning how to do the thing themselves and collaborating with others, they're also evaluating their own work. A crucial step of self-directed learning is actually building the muscles to critically reflect on, did I do it? Did I master the thing I tried to master or not? How do I know? How do I know if I did it? That's a kind of a learning step that is often shortcutted in teacher-led environments where the teacher's the final word on what passes and what doesn't, or some arbitrary standard is the word on what passes and what doesn't. But in a mastery-based environment, you can do it or not, and you can reflect on that. As you prepare for the process, as you're engaged in the process. At the end of the process, we do what we call after-action reviews, which we ask a series of questions. It's, what did you set out to do? What did you do? Is there a difference between what you set out to do and what you did, and why? Why is there a difference between this goal you tried to hit and maybe didn't, or maybe you knocked it out of the park, and you're able to critically reflect on that. Along the way, we provide feedback loops from peers, so you're able to get feedback from your classmates. We provide feedback from external experts. So if you're learning how to be a songwriter, you're not just getting feedback from your peers, but you're getting expert feedback from expert songwriters in the field. We're providing avenues for learners to get multiple streams of feedback on their work. But ultimately, the most important piece of feedback is their own self-evaluation of where they're at.
The difference in assessment between a teacher-led environment and a self-directed learning environment is teachers are typically the ones doing the assessing. And there's not a whole lot of reflection that happens from the students in particular. In a self-directed learning environment, the heroes are the ones doing the reflection and assessment on themselves, on their peers, even on the guides, right? Because they give us feedback consistently, as well as they give the school feedback, as well as the parents are giving feedback. So it's a circle of feedback and assessment. Whereas in traditional school, it's typically from the teacher and not from the whole school in its entirety.
Proving mastery and having peer review is very important. Our heroes are able to, one, get a chance to practice those skills, to see another hero's writing that they can look at or another hero's work that they can look at and critique. It means that they have to be able to pull those things out and understand what the assignment was themselves. So it gives them like double duty on the work. They've done theirs already, and now they have the opportunity to go back and critique someone else's.
A final step of an approval is what we call them public exhibitions. So we have times where you will stand in front of a public audience. Maybe it's parents, maybe it's visitors, maybe there's some experts from the community that come in, and you show your work. You do the thing that you've been working on, and you get feedback on how well you did, how close you were at achieving your goals. The next day we call Reflection Day, and that's actually one of the more important days on our calendar. It's a day where we sit down and we look at everything that we worked on for the past few weeks, and we ask ourselves critical questions of, did I do it? Did I master the thing or not? How close am I? Do I need to keep trying? Part of that self-reflection, part of it's peer approval too. All of my work in a self-directed learning environment is not just what I think I can do or what a teacher thinks I can do, but to my peers, do they see the effort that I put in or not? What does their say in this? So we end our sessions, which is kind of a concentrated work period of 4 to 6 weeks, with a reflection day where we think about what we did and we get feedback from our peers and we make plans going forward.
We ask heroes to reflect on the work that they've done. We ask heroes to reflect on how they are as group members. How did I contribute to a particular group? We ask them to reflect on how they have contributed to their studio as a whole. So what does that culture look like? So being able to reflect on what it is that you've done, the work that you've done, makes you a stronger leader and a stronger individual.